Speaking of crazy, welcome to the drop, people.
We're back. Did you miss us?
Absolutely. So today's what just happened to that? That's ridiculous. I'm so sorry about that. Quinn is back. He's been on the vacay, getting much needed rest. You know, you got a tan.
I did get a little bit of a tan.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I like it
as much as I can.
I like it, but forget about that. We're not talking skin tones. We're talking the list. This is the drop live from Cactus Music World headquarters. Lots of stuff on here, my friend. Let's get to it.
A lot of stuff. We're going to kick it off. We're going to talk about a couple of events.
Okay.
We've got Monday. You can meet ESTG here at the store. He's an up-and-coming rapper. He's from Louisville. And you can get very much inspired by Lil Baby. You can meet him, get a photograph and an autograph. Sometimes they'll do autographs and not photos, or photos but not autographs.
But just don't show up at the store. There's a process, right?
There's a process. We're going to watch our socials because as soon as product lands, as soon as CDs land, we'll be giving away wristbands to guarantee your place in line to meet him. You know, he had two big hits in 2021. His fifth mixtape was number 7 on the Billboard rap chart. It's a big deal. This new album that drops tomorrow is anticipated release. So don't miss your opportunity to see him. And then on next Wednesday, we have Warren Ziders, this guy right here. And I love to be able to say this: Cactus Music is the
in-store performance.
In-store performance, and we're the gig. There's not a show that night.
Right. You want to see him in Houston.
See him at
it's
the
here.
Store. And same deal. His record drops tomorrow. You can pick up a wristband for to guarantee your place in line and for the in-store performance with the purchase of the LP or CD. So what you need to know about him: he's a 22-year-old country singer from Hershey, Pennsylvania. He's very much in keeping with like Culture Wall or Tyler Childers or Sturgill Simpson. He's in that new modern new breed, like modern traditionalist
the good
country singers.
The good stuff.
It's pretty great. He's got his new single, Ride the Lightning. He has like 500 million streams.
I love it.
It's a big deal. So
I love it.
We're very lucky to have him here, and we hope to see you.
I love it.
Seeing him do his thing on the Cactus stage. It's going to be great, and that's 5:30 on Wednesday.
So folks are watching, whether you're watching us live, listening to watching the video podcast, or wherever you're getting your drop.
Yeah,
they're wondering, hey man, I'm near Cactus Music. What's it cost to see Warren?
Zero.
Nothing.
$0.
Free.
Complimentary beverages from St. Arnold Brewery on that day too.
That's the best deal in town.
And we're going to be serving their banger IPA and asking country music fans, what's your banger country song? So
I got to come to this one.
Yeah. So if you,
I got to come to this.
If you're grabbing a cold one,
let's
tell us what your best country song is. All right, let's launch into some new releases. We got some catching up to do.
Come on.
And let's hit it with this one. This is a great record. Good to see second album so quickly from Mammoth, which is Wolfgang Van Halen. Second album, appropriately titled 2. And have you heard this?
I haven't heard any of this.
I think it's
yet.
really good. It's so, he's an insane guitar player, as you might imagine.
Didn't he play everything on the album?
I think he did. And it's interesting that this record came so soon on the heels of the last record. It's very modern rocky. I hear a lot of Foo Fighters in there, but good singer. Lyrics are great. He is going to develop into a serious artist, and this record's a joy to listen to, and good for him. And
this is a deal. He's one of those artists that we're not going to have to wait a long time for new material.
No, and I think he's just been writing.
Studio. This guy would rather spend time in the studio than breathe, I would imagine.
Yes, and I think there's also that element. He did not want to start a career while he was helping, his dad.
Had to. It was timed perfectly. And much love to him. Recorded, of course, at the studio of his dad at his house, the 5150.
Yeah, check it out. So, my general rule is kind of like Father Like Hell. Not with this guy. It's real. Check it out. You will enjoy it. You will dig
Canary Yellow. This one's on Canary
Yellow.
It's
on Canary Yellow vinyl. It's tweet.
I love it.
Okay. Now for something completely different.
Yeah,
the new Post Malone album, Austin. He's just chilling by the pool. That's what I would like to be doing.
Did you see the NPR, the Tiny Desk?
I didn't.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
This guy's a really. He's just a chart superstar and household name and all that. But I mean, think about this. He's got 8 tracks that have over 1 billion streams. That is
Yeah.
nuts. I mean, that is really nuts.
He was just here. I know a couple.
Just
I know
here.
some folks that went to the show, loved it at the Woodlands.
And you can see his face whenever you go through the Cane's Chicken drive-through. He's a Cane's
That is
guy.
the strangest.
It is so odd.
I would love to have been in that marketing meeting where all the execs are like, all right, stay with me now. Post Malone.
You know, I think I have thought a lot about this. I think it actually worked the other way.
What do you think they paid him for that?
I have no idea. Maybe just in chicken. But I think
free chicken for the rest of your life.
I think
Post
maybe
Malone
it
doesn't
worked
care
the
about money. He
other
cares about
way,
chicken.
where they said, all right, dude, you got to do some product endorsements. What do you like?
Chicken.
I like chicken. So there you go. We also have some great added value items. If you
God.
purchase this
Oh,
record
yeah,
from
yeah.
us, you get a cool poster of him lounging by the pool. And look at this sticker set. You get a little sticker patch thing
You
there.
got
It's
some
jeans
cut off
and a
jeans
truck.
and a dirty Ford F-150.
Truck.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
exactly what that
It's
is.
good. Good. I like it when they said sticker sets.
And it
for
says,
stuff.
obviously, if y'all weren't here, I'd be crying. There you go. It
Y'all
says it
weren't
right
here. I'd be crying. That's what people are saying.
Posty,
about us
yeah, right?
last week, right?
there. I don't think so.
Okay, next up, man, the return. So my theme for you're gonna hear this a lot during
Oh
this
my
particular
God!
talk.
Yes,
My theme.
this I have heard.
Is welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay.
So let's welcome back the Hives after their
Yes.
10-year hiatus. Kind of a concept record about a missing 6th member of the band. Look at it, and so check out this cover. Like it's such a cool cover.
Yeah.
Like they dug
Like
up.
you're looking up
They
from the
dug
grave.
them up
Yeah, yeah.
to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
These guys are just excitement, right? Like
Yeah,
they are.
I would love to
super-
see these guys live.
Super exciting rock band. I like them because they're cut from that classic garage 60s garage sound that so many of the Scandinavian bands had in the 80s. They keep that alive. This is a cool record. Good to have them back. I hope they tour and we can go see them. We can do a concert review from the drop.
They're heavier on the rock than the garage is what I like.
Yeah, for sure.
First song, Bogus Operandi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's a tombstone. See the track listings on a tombstone.
Sweet.
Exclusive cream vinyl, folks. Come on down to
Indie
Cactus
Store
Music and
exclusive
get yours.
vinyl on that one.
Please come get yours right now. Thank you.
Okay, another welcome back. PIL, their first album in 8th year.
This
8
I
years.
have not heard yet.
It's really good. I mean, it sounds like PIL. I mean, the thing is, if you don't make a record for 8 years, you really kind of can't get away with something that's too self-indulgent, and they don't. This is like, if you like this band, it sounds like what you like. It is actually John Lydon's wife, Nora Foster, passed, and it's kind of a song cycle about his coping with her Alzheimer's and about their last years together. But he is such a confounding artist. I mean, look at his row with his former band members.
Yeah,
constantly. Just a controversial figure.
Yeah,
I love him. He's loved him since I was, bought.
Since we knew about him.
Yep.
So this is what I love down here, Quinn. 45 RPM,
45
double
RPM.
LP.
And what that means for you record fans, you have to pick that sucker up and flip it over every 10 minutes. So CD might be the way to go on that one. Okay. Next in the Welcome Back series of drop titles, brand new Ryan Bingham EP. This is Watch Out for the Wolf. And he's really been on a tear. He already, Emmy winner,
Sure,
Grammy winner.
and I got a bottle of his bourbon sitting on my bar.
The only thing he hasn't won is a Tony. He's a ego artist.
Yeah.
Really cool. And
Sure.
his career got a lot of loft from the Yellowstone. He had a great role
Oh,
on Yellowstone.
yeah, 100%.
And this is the first album that he has performed, produced, and mixed on his own. It has a very different sound from his previous records. I really, really like it. His unique voice. And but it's kind of going somewhere different than he hasn't gone before. I like that he recorded it solo.
He's come through Houston a couple of times.
Yeah, in the wilderness of Montana is where he cut this thing. So
Nice. Watch out for the wolf.
yeah, watch
Ryan
out for the
Bingham,
wolf.
guys.
I like it a bunch. And seeing it's an EP, I bet you it's got more. You're gonna see more music from him shortly.
Love it.
Okay, and we've talked about a lot of people that our viewers know. Here's one you probably don't. This is William Metheney. And this is that grand old feeling. What you need to know about him, he's a great storyteller. People that, if you do know about him, it's probably because he's toured with Tyler Childers for last couple of years. They're best buddies.
Yeah, when you put it on the list, I didn't.
Yeah, and he's
like,
he's actually on Tyler's label. From West Virginia, singer-songwriter. More kind of a, I had to say pop, but more of like a kind of classic.
Did you like it?
Sound. Yes, I do.
There
I like it a lot.
All
I think it's really good. Give it a whirl if you're a Tyler Childers fan. It doesn't sound anything like him, but they're best buddies, so maybe that'll grab you
in a similar orbit.
Yeah, for sure. And it's almost got like a little bit of like a Elvis Costello vibe too.
Oh, now you have my attention.
Yeah,
okay,
it's good. It is cool. Next up, we have Bonnie Prince Billy, who's been very active in recent years.
There you go.
Doing a record with Bill, spacing the Smog guy, spacing out on that. Anyways,
one of Bill somebody.
Bill Callahan. There you go.
We'll take it.
But he's busy of late. People love him as kind of the indie rock Leonard Cohen. I think we've said that on the show before.
I think we have.
Very cool, dark record, as you might imagine. I'm trying to think of songs that
casual
listeners might know.
He's not in the habit of dropping club bangers.
No. In fact, a good point of reference, a record that sold millions of copies that he had a song on was the Johnny Cash American Recordings. I See a Darkness is on there. One of the best songs on that record, written by Bonnie Prince Billy. And
if you know him, you know him.
We have a very rare Bonnie Prince Billy tour date here in Houston coming up at Heights Theater. So if you're a fan,
interesting,
get out to that. I'm sure it's going to sell out quickly, but check in on that. All right. Our last of our new releases, we're going to end on a high, funky, soulful Latina note. This is the Budos Band.
Yes.
It's available on LP
Good stuff.
as well. Frontier's Edge. I love these guys.
Good stuff.
Instrumental, groovy,
Yep.
70s sounding, Latin space rocky.
Put it on and dig it.
It's
That's all you got to do.
I tell you what, you having a party this weekend?
Yeah.
Put this on in the background. You'll just watch people do this.
Just bop
the whole time.
to
It
it.
is groovy.
They'll just bop.
Great band. And they're on the Daptone label. In the same order as Sharon Jones
there are a lot of musicians playing on this. You've got like 9 guys in the band, including Rich Tirana on cowbell.
You know what I say to that? More cowbell, yes, sir. More cowbell.
Rich, thank you for being the guy that's keeping the cowbell alive.
It's keeping it alive. It's keeping it alive.
Somebody did a great piece. I think it was like years ago. It was in Spin, and it was like a review of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And at some point in there, he goes, if for nothing else, you have to love these guys that credit a guy on the album as part of the band that plays no musical instrument and does not sing. The Boss Tone, he would just stand on the side of the stage and do the.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was the Boss Tone.
Didn't Happy Mondays have that too? They had a dancer that was a member of the band.
They were just tripping balls on ecstasy. So
they don't even know.
Yeah, they were just higher than high.
They don't even know.
They don't remember that.
For our next segment on the drop, let's talk about this. This was inevitable, right? Musicians staying at home, unable to tour.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cranking out records. Well, guess what? It's time for a bunch of concert recordings. Let's
go.
run some of these down.
Let's go.
Yep, we got Liam Gallagher, Nebworth 2022, Oasis frontman. I think he had a previous live record that was pretty good. This is does a good job of balancing the super well-known Oasis tunes with some of his own. He's kept rocking.
Little chestnuts.
Right, exactly. And I think the path he chose is way more rock, and Noel's kind of more introspective with his solo records. They love this guy over there.
One of my favorite rock stars to listen to an interview.
He is hilarious.
This dude goes from hilarious to unhinged to just what?
I know. He's really confounding.
This is kind of like the old model of the rock star.
Right. No,
it's
absolutely.
just kind of like you never know, volatile. Wearing sunglasses and sitting in a dark restaurant, smoking cigarettes and drinking, whatever.
The funny thing with him, so on social media, people will ask him a lot of questions and he will respond
to the phenomenal demand. Yes, sir.
He's a great artist. Just ask him. He'll tell
Respect. Right. Exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I meant.
All right, we're going to keep it very, very British. This is the Jesus and Mary Chain, Sunset 666. And this is a live album, features a few guests, but I listened to this morning, man. It's great.
Yeah.
Love this band. They never really had a live album. Reed Brothers.
So influential.
So influential.
Oh, my God.
And, for music that is not like good time music, it's good time music for me.
It is good. Well, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, geez. That's a good price on that. I'll take that. So we're talking transparent red.
Transparent
vinyl,
red.
Double 180 gram vinyl.
And
Get
it's
it, people.
kind of, we're getting into a groove where just so you know out there, a lot of times these color variants can be wildly different price than the black vinyl. Want to tell you, black vinyl sounds better than the colored vinyl, in case you're wondering. Yep, we got some barking dogs. So.
That's okay. I just wanted,
They're extras on the set here today.
I mean, do I need to go walk one? That's like, that sounds to me like that bark my dog when it's time to go potty.
We're gonna find out soon. Actually,
yeah.
I think that already happened.
Damn.
Okay, and we're gonna close our concert recordings with people hitting the stage again, and this definitely follows the previous Jesus and Mary Chain fell into.
This is kind of a welcome back.
This is
because
this is the biggest welcome back. She hasn't performed live in 20 years,
and then it was all of a sudden,
bam. Bam, and I think Brandy Carlisle is the one who brought her to the Newport Folk Festival.
Yes,
and this is from
so
last
this was last year. I was about to say because that just happened a week ago.
And it's great selection of songs, great band. This for artists that are really kind of at the end of their career, you don't expect these live records to be this good. I love this thing. I think it's great. Her voice is. I don't know if I saw.
She's just.
Her voice is better. It's totally different, but it's
still Jenny. It's still Jenny
great.
Mitchell, and I love it that the first actual song on the track, she just went right to Big Yellow Taxi. It's like, here you go, boom.
And the first track I heard from this was A Case of You, and I was amazed how she was able to hit for somebody who hadn't been singing. She smokes. I don't even know how much, a couple packs a day or whatever. Maybe she stopped that. But her voice has
I think she stopped.
Her voice has that creakiness to it.
Yeah.
And she just hits all those notes. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You need to hear this recording if you're a fan at all, because it really is terrific. And that closes the old concert recordings part of our program. And we can talk about some reissues and archival recordings. Again, archival recordings that have not been available before. Reissues are stuff that we have. Oh, yeah. How about that?
Look at this.
If you come to the
Let
store,
me hold this up.
This is great.
Because that's beautiful.
Purchase this CD or LP from us, you get this cool Joni Mitchell concert reprint. It's pretty cool. Why, it's even frameable. 11 by 17. You can pop it in the frame.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put this right here so it doesn't.
Okay, so we're going to talk about our reissues and archival recordings. This one is the archival recording. This is part of the Neil Young archive series where he's going to his vaults. And
we just had one last month, didn't we?
He's probably got 4 or 5, 6 records a year. This one is noteworthy because it's an album that he recorded, intended for release,
right?
And then he went and did something else.
Yep.
I think for this he actually reformed with CSNY. So this got put on hold. Then he came out of that and did something else.
What year was this?
This is
74 to 76?
77.
77.
The Great Lost Album, Chrome Dreams by Neil Young. This is 1974 to 76 studio recordings. 2 previously unreleased versions, 4 never before released tracks on vinyl. And so a lot of this album, these recordings that he prepared for release ended up being on his album Hawks and Doves and Rust Never Sleeps.
Right.
So the very different versions of Powderfinger or Pocahontas, and even there's a track here that ended up on
like a Hurricane, Too Far Gone. Yeah, this is good.
So this is cool. It's always interesting to see linear, like how artists develop their material and some stuff lays around for a while and ends up on another record later. This is interesting to hear this time capsule. 1977. Right. This is what he was thinking. Of course, many of these songs ended up releasing other stuff later, but
love it.
It's cool title. Okay, we're going to close the reissues with a reissue of Ziggy Stardust in Spiders from Mars. This is the motion picture soundtrack. This is the final show where he announced that he was breaking up the band.
That's it.
At the end of the show,
Done.
unbeknownst to the band. The band didn't know. And I remember this because this was an archival piece that had not been released. I think it came out in '84 as an album and it did a theatrical run of the movie.
Right.
Went to see the movie in the theater. It came at a perfect time for me because I was a colossal fan.
Yeah.
And then this thing shows up and it like kind of just
Right.
flew it through the stratosphere on me. You know, Mick Ronson's one of my all-time favorite guitar players.
Sure.
Great band at the peak of their powers, and final show. But
recorded live, July the 3rd, 1973 at Hammersmith Odeon.
and this is the first time that the video of this, the actual movie, has been available on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay.
And included some of the packages. And if you purchase this from us, you get the limited edition Bowie print.
Tons of extras today.
We got
Tons of
extras,
swag.
Man. You
Tons
gotta
of
get down here
swag.
and get this stuff.
Frameable swag.
All righty.
I love that.
Whew.
That's fantastic.
All right.
No jazz today?
No jazz today. Jazz. We're gonna get
so
on the
used to
jazz
that.
train next week.
I was listening to Little West Montgomery, but he came by the house the other day. We just put on some West.
Way out west.
Way out west. It's time for the vinyl vault, isn't it?
It's time for the vinyl vault. It's creaking.
Come on. So it's my pick,
Ruben's pick.
and
Where's those vinyl vault
I
sounds?
hope I got a good one.
Woo!
So this is a little band from England. This is Squeeze, and the record is East Side Story. I actually saw this tour. I think you saw it too.
I did not see this tour. I
I
wish I would
I
have.
did see this tour. Glenn Tilburg, Chris Difford, Paul Carrick is in this particular incarnation of the band, and opens up with probably one of my favorite songs.
In
by them.
Quintessence, I love that guitar riff where it's just in the C and just like moving. It's great.
Yeah, man. These guys were just hitting on all cylinders when they recorded this. It's just amazing.
Two of the greatest modern era British songwriting duo,
Yeah.
with Chris and Glenn,
Yep.
and produced by Elvis Costello, most of this record.
Yes. And a special, I want to give a special shout out to Gilson Lavis, drummer for the band. He was so much fun to watch live.
Yeah.
Because he was very, he had this very, like this kind of grace to him. I mean, these
kind
are
of swings.
He
had a real
swings.
swing,
Yes. He had that.
And he had this pompadour.
Yeah. And the guys dressed, real nice and stuff. And I just loved their whole vibe, man. It was really cool. Obviously Tempted is on here. Is That Love? I love these guys, man.
You got two or three singles deep on here, but I'll tell you, top to bottom, this is probably
Dave
the
Edmonds
finest
produced
record.
Dave Edmonds
Oh yeah,
produced
he
Attack
produced
in Quintessence. Yeah. You were
Your
saying
tune,
probably
your jam.
probably their finest record, right?
And I will tell you this: I have, whether it's the Rolling Stones or the Beatles or whoever, I love it when English guys sing country music, and this has one of the best country songs by an English artist ever, labeled with love. Check that out.
Yes, this is a good one, man. This is I don't know. I could talk. It's an interesting photograph too.
I love it. They did like the thing.
But I don't think they took like photographers take a million, in this and then like pick the one. I think this might have been the first or second shot, and they're like, yeah, we're going with that one. I mean, look at Paul Carrick's face.
Yeah.
What?
I was like,
What is happening there?
Probably everybody.
Can we go to the pub now?
Probably everybody in the band was fine with it. And Paul's like, do we have to pick that one? Did we take another shot?
Wait, I wasn't ready. My zipper was down. That's why they covered it with the story right there. Anyway, that's good stuff, man. All right, so you already kind of talked about what's coming up and everything, so I feel like we've covered that. We've got a couple of minutes left. So let's see. We did not get to see, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but we were talking about seeing Andy Summers. You were out of town. Two of the people I was kind of counting on being there bailed at the last minute, so I did not buy my standing room only ticket.
Misadventure.
Nobody has told me about it, so
Tell us about it.
That could be a good thing because it's not like you're just everybody you run into. It's like, oh my God, did you see Andy Summers? I mean, I hope it was that good, but but I was looking at the concert calendar. I don't see anything anytime soon that I want to see, which is bad. Other than free shows at Cactus.
I feel like I had a vacation and then business conference back to back. So I feel like getting home it's like stepping on the moon. And
Right.
I'm like walking around, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So have to look at the upcoming calendar and figure out what I may or may not see. I saw.
I think Ben Folds is coming, but
Ben
I'm
Folds
not
is
huge,
coming.
I'm
That's a
not
little far
huge-
down the line. That Josh Ritter guy is playing at Heights Theater. He's terrific entertainer. Some of his records I like better than others. I might have to go to that.
Isn't that Guns N' Roses thing's happening?
I don't know about that.
I think it's either at Minute Maid or NRG. They dropped a new song. First song.
Yeah, right.
First song with
Gotcha.
with the almost the entire with
What'd you think of
Slash Duff and Axl.
What'd you think?
I haven't heard it. I just saw it drop on social media and said that Loudwire have it. I think it's called like Pushed or something like that. Guns N' Roses dropped their first song
It's a big deal.
since in
I don't even know.
since in however long. All right, cool song that I heard that I had to Shazam because I didn't know what it was, and I was in a restaurant yesterday, and they had the greatest playlist. Mimo, by the way, if you're looking for some crazy, delicious Italian food, Mimo. It's over on the East End, not Edo, like the East End, way out there. Anyway, band is called Vestron Vulture, and the song is Judas Effect. Check that one out. All right, I think we're gonna have to get out of here a little bit early. It's so hot.
And I'm going to recap where you got to be on Monday and
Say
Wednesday
it.
night.
Say it one more
next
time.
week.
Say it one more time.
If you're a hip hop fan, you're going to want to be here and see ESTG. Meet him, get a photograph, hang out with one of the hot rappers. Has a brand new record on Interscope, straight out of Louisville, Kentucky, and he's on Yo Gotti's label even. So
well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's Monday night at 5:30, and then Wednesday night at 5:30. The gig is at Cactus. Warren Zyder's playing his brand of new traditionalist country music. He's pretty great. It should be awesome, and that's at 5:30 too. And so you can get your wristbands for those that will guarantee your place in line and for the signing and to see the in-store performance.
I'm going to try to be here for that one.
Oh, it's going to be good.
I'm going to. Are you going to be here?
I will be here.
All right. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Next week, more new music, more vinyl. Might have some jazz next week. You never know. You never know what's going on. All right, that's Quinn Bishop. I'm Ruben. I'll see you. Peace. Later. It's hard to tell.
I know.
There it is.
There we go.
Boom.
Woohoo. Wow, that's weird. We had